Okay guys, welcome today. Thank you for being part of my interview. Today you've all been chosen because you all have different backgrounds and different understandings, and that's why I've had you guys chosen today. The question that we're going to be asking in this interview is, what do you think is the most important part of a marriage ceremony? Now obviously each of you have different beliefs, different understandings, different cultural backgrounds. So what I'm going to be trying to do today, guys, is try and outline where those different diversities focus on a ceremony for you. So where you believe your ceremony is. So I'll start with you, Maddie. I'd just like to ask, where do you think is the most important part of a ceremony?
The vows.
So the vows. So when you talk about the vows, do you have a reason why you find them to be the most important part?
Because they're special and you get to tell the other person what you love about them.
Okay, right. So you feel that a vow sort of makes the wedding an individual thing. So
Yes.
you can put your own sort of trait across, and you can. And is there any reason why you think that that's the most important part?
Makes it different, like to other weddings, other people's weddings.
Yeah, of course, and obviously because of your background and your parents, they have a sort of a big wedding, or
Yeah.
yeah. And did they do their own vows as well?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, cool. So your understanding is that the most important part of a wedding is the vows, and that's sort of what makes it special and makes it unique to you, and so you can identify how a wedding can be unique to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. That's cool. Callum, I'd like to ask you the same question. What do you think is the most important part of a marriage ceremony?
The most important part, I think, Jake, is when the bride walks down the aisle.
Okay, so you're saying sort of the formality of the ceremony, sort of how it comes across, and is there any reason why you find this to be the most important part?
Look, Jake, I think it's to me it's the most special part in the wedding itself, because it is obviously a day about the bride.
So that's a big deal to you because
Yes.
you feel like it's very significant to you to see your beautiful bride walk down the aisle and have that whole. So is there any things that you would do to make that a special part?
I mean, the obvious music choice, all that sort of stuff, and the lead up to the actual walking down the aisle is huge. That's awesome. To me, that really sets it off.
So you really want that sort of plan, so you have the bridesmaids come down, and then obviously you want to be standing in the correct positions as they arrive to the celebrant.
Correct.
And you would even sort of put more emphasis on that part of the ceremony to make it a big thing.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I really like that. That's really cool. Really cool understanding of it. Maroon, what do you believe is the most important part of a marriage ceremony?
Probably the prayers and the religious aspect.
Prayers and the religious aspect. Sorry, I do apologise. Is there any particular reason you find that to be the most important?
Being from a religious background, the whole thing of marriage is very, very big in families and in religion, and the whole point of it, really.
Of course. So you deem that having that cultural background, that cultural sort of understanding, the most important part to you is that whole the prayer and the actual giving thanks for why you're there, and it's a solemn binding commitment between two people and also your God in that way.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. That's really good. And sort of, do your parents, did they have a sort of more formal religious sort of style wedding?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So your background sort of determines why you think that's sort of your understanding of it. All right, cool. Well, that's good. Thank you guys so much for that, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for answering my questions and displaying why you guys have a different understanding and different ideas of what you deem to be the most important part of a marriage ceremony. Thank you for that.